Howdy ho and hello to all of you friends, family, and fans and folks that are focused on the finish line that could call yourselves fabulously fine. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. I'm leaving the parking area where I got picked up yesterday by my halo. Leaving that area and walking across the highway, across a little ditch, and into the woods. Heading northbound today on the Appalachian Trail. So what an amazing day had yesterday night and morning and everything with my halo. By the way, today is Wednesday, September 13th. And so, ooh, by the way, check out my new shoes. Man, as soon as I stepped on the rock in a root, it jarred me to remember how awesome my new shoes are, to show you and tell you about it. So anyhow, got new shoes and had a great time there in Stratton, Maine. Ate lunch and then breakfast at the Moose, the Loose Moose or the Super Moose or something restaurant. I'm sure Halo will put it up down there, the correct name. But had a delicious lunch and a huge breakfast this morning. I got 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, and some home fries, and management sensitive area. I thought, oh, that doesn't sound too, like too much food. The pancakes were by far the largest pancakes I've ever had, and I didn't come close to finishing them. I barely finished half, probably. But they're pretty good. But boy, everything else was good and nice little place. So recommend it. We stayed at the Spillover Motel, and by the way, thanks a million to Mike and Janet W for getting me that hotel room. That worked out perfectly. Couldn't have worked out any better to have a hotel room for me, but then also the timing to work out where that was when Halo gets there, so we were able to spend, basically a full day together, which was so nice after being apart for 6 weeks. So hey, one more note real quick. Lipstick and Kelly, or her trail name is Hills. You guys would know her as Kelly though. They summited yesterday at Mount Katahdin. They made it. And so we saw a picture of Hills standing at the sign, and poor Halo, always emotional. She was crying. And then Jenny, or Lipstick, sent Halo a text and said this morning she is comfortably laying in a motel room or whatever, does not have to get up and go hike today. So quite a deal. So many friends are summiting, and good news, which shows that it is possible to survive Maine, to survive this difficult terrain. I've got basically one more really big obstacle in front of me, and that's called the Bigelow Mountains. So if I can make it over and through these Bigelows, then it tapers off a little bit. And it looks like, according to the book and other hikers, that the trail doesn't try to kill you quite as bad as it has been. So, all right, let me stop for now. So I can keep this segment a little shorter, and we'll pick up soon. Thanks a million for coming along. I'm right off the road, just not far from the parking area, and so the trail here, they always get a lot of like day hiker use right by the roads, and so the trail is fantastic. By the roads and parking areas and information kiosks and all that. The trail is like ridiculously nice. So here it is, ridiculously nice. But I wanted to tell you, the plan for the day is to go to the second shelter. Maybe Halo will put that down for you on the screen there. There's one shelter that's just a few miles in, and then there's another shelter that's 15 miles. And that's the one I'm shooting for. It's now about 8:15. I got started 5 minutes or 10 minutes after 8, and so it's going to be some work to get there, I'm afraid, but that's the goal. Try to make it there, and so we'll see. I got some big old mountains to go up and over, and it looks like it's like 5 miles maybe of climbing this morning. Just a steady long climb to, I believe the first big mountain is Bigelow Mountain. And so I got to climb up that thing. And then looks like, you know, typical up and down, but a couple of those peaks up there just look ridiculous. So got a good day. Oh, and the problem, another problem with today is it's going to be almost like super hot, near 80 degrees today, which will be very warm. Hopefully up on the mountain it's a little cooler and it's maybe breezy or whatever. Otherwise it'll be pretty warm, and there's a couple stretches where you got to go a ways without water, so hopefully it's not too warm. All right, there's the plans for the day. I know there aren't a lot of bridges in Maine. This one's is Dick Brown's bridge, but I'm thankful for Mr. Dick Brown, because I would not want to wade across that. Look at the glimmering sunshine on this beautiful stream. So cool. Yeah, brand new shoes, clean socks. I wouldn't want to do any wading this morning. So thank you, Dick Brown. Hey, look what I see. Shh. We're sneaking up on it. Da-dun, da-dun. Boom! Blasting and blowing up blazes in Maine. 2,000 miles walked, actually like 2002 at this point. 2003, something like that. 186 to go. Something like that. Woohoo! Oh, check that out, friends and family. Look at that. Look at the big, huge mountain. I think this is one of the neatest views of the whole trail. So here I am. This is the edge. And I'll step a little closer. But look at that. It's so hazy you can't even see off that way much, but beautiful. Hiking with my buddy Crocs. Say hey.
Don't forget the kettle chips.
Oh, got some kettle chips there. Nice. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. It is 10:30. Couple hours in.
Oh, Lord,
Ooh, I guarantee though we're gonna have to be going up there. That looks ominous. This lake down there is called Horns Pond, and that's Horn Pond lean-to, at least one of them evidently. There are a couple of lean-tos here. I just went down to the pond and got some water. There's maybe the caretaker's tent or something. Not sure. Yeah, caretaker's tent. I believe I'm on the AT. You know what? I should have read the sign back there. There was a bunch of stuff written on the sign. Help us preserve and protect. Do not camp in areas. Thank you. You bet. All right. I got to go climb the Bigelow Mountains. Hope I'm on the AT. I didn't even really pay attention. Leaving the shelters, you got to be so careful because there's paths everywhere. Going to tent sites and all that stuff. So there's a pond loop. All right, gorgeous day. It's getting warm though. Gotta try to get some climbing done before it gets too hot. Hey, there's Horn Pond right down there. I just climbed up this thing, Bigelow Mountain, and it wasn't too bad. It was hard. I'm sweating, but there's, I think they call that North Peak. Look at that baby. Woo! Gotta climb that. Up and over Wouldn't be the AT. Looking out across at I get Bigelow Peak. I'm not sure which one that was called, but I'll spin or pan this way. Unfortunately, it's so hazy you can't see a lot there, but headed up Bigelow West Peak right here, and that's it up there. That's the trail, so pretty cool. I'll show you up there. It's supposed to be one of the best views in Maine. Here's the AT. There's a little goat climbing up there. This is the trail, folks. I'm gonna spin around real quick and just show you. Yeah, that's the trail. Just came up through there and crossed over there. But this is the Appalachian Trail going up Bigelow West Peak. And oh, thank you, Lord, there is a nice breeze. Oh, the humidity is low. It's like drying my sweat. I love it. It's amazing. It feels so good to get another one of these mountains out of the way. They're not, I know I've whined and complained a lot, they're not that bad. You just keep going, and next thing it's done. And then you get with a group of hikers and you all complain about what you just did, but you smile and laugh and drink some water and eat, and then you go on. And you do it all over again. Looks like I better go down this way. And the next thing, you're done with a whole nother mountain range. And you've only got another one or two or whatever left. So you just keep going. Oh, man, that's a cool shot. Hold on right there. There. I think I got it. That's awesome. It's like McAfee Knob or something. Let me get up there and I'll show you. To the top of Bigelow West, but I don't think you're going to get to see this valley from the summit, maybe, because the summit is right up there. Yeah, so looking down this way, I mean, that is so cool. Wow. Boy, I'm sad it's so hazy. Let me start over there. That is Bigelow West Peak. I'm on Avery. I believe it's called Avery Peak right now. I'm going to look down in the valley because you can see the colors better there than the horizon. They say on a clear day you can see Mount Katahdin. It would be right that way. He is right that way. Check out the lake. That's Flagstaff Lake. This is, again, Avery Peak, I think it's called. Man, the bugs, I don't know what they are, but they're so bad I can't hardly talk. I'm opening my mouth. They're horrible. Get out here in the breeze, blowing them away. Flagstaff Lake, and this right here is the last 4,000 foot peak till the Big K, till Katahdin. She's leveling out, friends and family. Maine is giving up a little bit to the hikers. I don't know what this monument says. Probably congratulations, AT hikers, if you've made it this far. We tried to kill you and we were unsuccessful. I bet you can't tell. I can't read it. It's not enough contrast. All right. By the way, it is 10 minutes till 2, 1:50 this afternoon. Done about, I think, close to 10 miles. Should have about 5 to maybe 7 more to go, depending on how the trail goes and what I decide to do. So, wow. Check it out. So we got Bigelow South, done, killed it. Bigelow West, done, killed it. Avery, done, headed down. The other side, killed it. The cheetah is galloping across the tops of these mountains. Blowing up blazes. Check that out. That's that Avery peak or whatever. And this is the drop down. Look at how steep and rugged. This is crazy. Amazing. I guess I'm on a little side trail to that. Beautiful. I'm tired. I could use another break. I'm thirsty too. I'm gonna need to get some water as soon as I can. I got some. I just don't want to drink it all till I need it, you know. So I think I've got a couple miles, 1.5 maybe, to a decent water source. So we'll see, but it's warm today. Thought I'd take a second and show you these big old moss-covered boulders. Here's one. Really neat. It's kind of cool in here too. It's a little bit like air conditioning. Big old moss-covered boulders and pine needle covered floor. Interesting little spot. Oh boy. The mountains were truly gorgeous, breathtaking. Maybe, I mean, the best views, could have been the best views. I've heard they are the best views in Maine. Man, that Bigelows were neat. Now I'm just trying to get some miles done, but boy, it's slow going. Lots of roots and rocks and twisty-turvy. Every step is a different place, and so it's like we call an obstacle course. So it's been slow going here, and I'm kind of worn down from the climbs, I guess. Maybe, so I'm a little tuckered. I might stop here in a little bit for a quick break. Oh man, look at the size of that rock. Bong. These are cool when the ferns grow on top of them. That's neat, like hair on top of a head. This is slightly reminiscent of like the Mahoosic Notch. That type of terrain, big boulders, I assume falling off the mountainside. Wow. All right, I'm going to stop, I think, and take a break. Came off a little side trail here, about 0.2 miles down to a spring at a very nice, like, campsite area here, right at the foot of the, or basically at the foot of the little Bigelow Mountain. So, man, am I thankful for this spring. I drank about 1.5 liters and topped off my bottles, and so I am good to go now. So, thank you, Lord, for the delicious cold water. Woohoo! Say hello to little Bigelow Jr. 10 minutes to 5, and old disciple is ready to get to camp and call it quits. I'm not sure who that is up in front of me. I can't tell if that's Little Goat or who that is, but anyhow, there's I guess that was Avery. Maybe I don't know which one that is. Maybe that's the west peak of Bigelow. I don't know. Either way, been some elevation gain and loss today. Wonder how many times I've climbed Everest by now. You know, they say to through hike the AT, you climb and descend Everest 16 times. And we don't have a lot of elevation left. So I'm going to guess we're pretty far along on our Everest climbs. I should probably put the phone away before I go down that. I don't want to fall this late in the day. anyway, yeah, maybe you know how many times. Maybe you can figure that out, and you can let myself and all the other viewers know. I don't even know what mile I'm at, roughly 2014 or so, top of Bigelow Jr. So how many times have I climbed and descended Mount Everest? Remarkably neat spot. I'm going to pan kind of quickly and move, keep moving here. It's 5:45 and I've got 1.1 miles to go to get to the shelters, so I'm moving. I won't be able to get all my stuff done before dark. That's okay. I just try to get as much done as I can before it gets dark, and so I have to use a headlamp at that point. Had a great first part of the day. The first half or whatever was marvelous, and getting up on those Bigelow Mountains was ridiculous. The views were so incredible. But from that point on, it just got real hard for me. Very, very thirsty. I don't know if it was like several sodas in town and I got a little dehydrated or what, but man, like right now, I mean, I am just very thirsty. And I've drank a lot of water. I've still got, you know, quite a bit yet, and I'm not far from the shelter where there's water. Anyway, just very, very, very thirsty. It's a lot warmer than it's been in the last couple of weeks or whatever, and so I don't know what, but boy, I'm just hurting. My body and lower legs are hurting. It's no fun when you're so like hot, thirsty, and hurting. You know, the hiking ceases to become fun or whatever, and then I just want to get done for the day. And sadly, I've been that way now for a couple of hours. All I want to do is just be done for the day. So it's hard to enjoy it. It's been beautiful, though, and to be honest, the trail hasn't been that bad. It's just been hot and a long ways between water, having to go, you know, half mile off trail to get water and being so thirsty. My poor water filter is so clogged. It's barely flowing. So Halo's got me a new one ordered. I think it's supposed to be in tomorrow, which is good because, I mean, this thing is very low flow. I would almost try to, maybe you guys at home, if you're going to use that Catadine B3, and I love it, but I would rig up a pre-filter, like maybe a woman's pantyhose or a stocking or something, wrap it around, you know, a piece of it or whatever, wrap it around with rubber band or hair tie or something, and use that as like a pre-filter to keep the big floaties off. And I think your filter won't get near as dirty. So I'm going to see about rigging something like that up. Anyway, better get the phone put away before I crash and burn. I don't want to do that this late in the day. I'm just whooped. But again, it is spectacular. Maybe one of my favorite days. I'm sure it's my favorite day in Maine, as far as views and stuff. And so, great day. Just all good things come to an end. Hoping for this one to come to an end soon. Oh, here, I'll hang on a couple more seconds and let you look out. Maybe another one of these like open baldy type spots. Looks like the trail goes this way. You can't really see. Can't really see much. All right, guys. Well, it is almost 7 o'clock, and I am at the Little Bigelow Lean-To. I'm actually in my tent behind the Little Bigelow Lean-To. So this is my home away from home for the evening. Ended up getting in here about 10 minutes after 6, so I made pretty good time that last hour or so. But it was still, overall, just this morning was one of the best mornings of the whole trail. I loved my time with Halo and had beautiful breakfast. Got to the trail about 8:30, which was an hour or so behind schedule. Anyway, gorgeous views on top of Bigelow Mountain and that Avery boy, it was gorgeous and not extremely difficult, but then it just kind of went downhill from there. Not actually downhill, still went uphill, but I got hot, I got thirsty, things just didn't go well. I was dragging, and so finally I got a good liter and a half of water in me, ate some food, Cliff Bar, and I had a Gatorade bar, and it really fueled me up, and I was able to get in here in pretty good fashion. So got my supper eaten, and I am doing a couple more chores, getting my food ready for tomorrow, and getting ready to hit the hay. So I'm going to have to take some ibuprofen, I'm sure, before bed to get my legs and stuff to hopefully not hurt too much through the night and maybe recover a little bit, and then we'll go hit the trail tomorrow. So guys, I want to really thank you for coming along. Hopefully the views today come out on camera as good as they were in person. It was majestic, that's for sure. So glad to have another day down, and looking forward to tomorrow. So thanks guys, we'll talk to you all later. God bless each one of you.